Hit Kickin' Country, Z94. We are very honored to have Jonathan Cook from Statesboro, Georgia, on the phone with us. Jonathan, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk with me this morning.
Glad to do it, sir.
Well, tell me a little bit about what is happening in Bullock County. Todd Starnes of Fox News has picked this up and other media outlets across Georgia. What is happening to the Bullock County school system? Walk us through the last couple of weeks, if you could.
Well, Bill, we've had a exciting, to say the least, time of it the last couple of weeks. There's been a lot of misinformation going around, a lot of conjecture, a lot of rumors circulating that there's a war going on against the Christians here in Bullock County, but that's not necessarily the case. What we do have for facts are that the school board has reminded the teachers who work in the school system that there are certain requirements and guidelines they have to follow when it comes to religious expression. And as a result, they've instructed the teachers that they have to remove any kind of religious item, whether it be a scripture or anything like that, from their classrooms. They have to remove any kind of scripture from the signature line of their emails. They have to remove themselves from the presence of students praying, and so forth. Now, there has been a story going around that Todd Starnes picked up that they confiscated some Christmas cards out of the school. That is not accurate. That was a misrepresentation of a story that happened.
Now, tell me a little bit about this petition that you guys are putting together, and what are some of your concerns and the people behind you in regard to these? I think the average person hears about this and they say, oh, well, that's just the public school, but how is this case much different than what normally goes on at the public school?
Well, this case is different because what they're doing here is actually removing religion from the teachers at the public school system. Now, we understand that there's a fine line that has to be drawn. A teacher is not allowed to evangelize in a classroom, and that is set up so that you never know what kind of teacher you're going to have in a classroom. You never know what faith that they are going to be, and whether or not, to be honest, they're going to be a crazy or not. So you don't want anyone being able to evangelize to students. However, this case is different because what they're doing is they're removing the teacher's right to private expression. They're removing a portion of the identity from the teacher by saying that she can't have anything related to her faith in the classroom. So what we've done is we've started a petition that is encouraging the Board of Education to take certain steps that have been followed by school systems throughout the country in similar situations, where there are ways of coming to agreements on the gray areas or the sensitive areas when it comes to religious expression, and they don't have to simply purge the school of religious expression. So that is our goal, is to encourage the school board, to take these steps to come up to some fair and reasonable agreements here.
How many people have stopped by your Facebook page? I understand there's been quite a few people that have joined your Facebook page, and if you could tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we have a Facebook page that is set up, and the purpose of it is just to simply relay this information to as many people as possible, to make as many people aware as possible. We've had several thousand stop by the Facebook page, and right now we're pushing 3,000 members on the page. We're doing that, and we're also directing the people who go there to the petition site. Now, we request that the petition site, if they want to sign the petition, they're either a resident of Bullock County or they're in a neighboring county where they're concerned that this may happen to them, so they have a vested interest in the outcome of this.
Now, Superintendent Charles Wilson said in a prepared statement, he says, we don't want any misinformation to derail the positive work we are committed to with our community leaders. And then he says, I'm appalled by this attack on our school system and on Brooklet Elementary. When he is referring to an attack, who is he talking about? Is he talking about you, or is he talking about something completely different in your estimation?
He's talking about the story that Todd Starnes wrote on Fox News in commentary, saying that the school system confiscated Christmas cards. Mr. Wilson has been very supportive working with me in this. He understands that there's due process involved in all of this. He is certainly committed to the best interest of the school system. He is just trying to execute the office that he holds to his best ability in keeping with the laws that are in place. Our only disagreement is the interpretation of the laws. We feel that their interpretation of it from their legal counsel is not entirely accurate. We believe there's another interpretation out there that protects the rights of these teachers.
Jonathan Cook, I know that you have a meeting to get along to, so I'll let you go here. But before I do, we have posted your Facebook page and links and everything else that people need to know about this story and where it's going on our website, WBYZ94.com. Is there before I let you go, is there a board meeting that is supposed to happen Thursday? Is that going to happen?
There is. There's a board meeting scheduled for Thursday night at 6:30. It's going to be held in the same complex. They've just moved it to a larger room to accommodate the crowd that's going to be there. And at that board meeting, we're going to have the opportunity to present the petition to the board and listen to their comments about it, as well as it offers the public an opportunity to make their own comments about the case, to voice their concerns.
Jonathan Cook, thank you so much for stopping by today.
Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
You too.